deals for the entire month of December. We carry the brands you love and trust like DeWalt, Makita, Milwaukee, Stanley, Total, Inco, Craig, and much more. Celebrate with us for our 1-year anniversary at the Craftsman's Corner at number 24 Sincere Street in Canaan. Call or WhatsApp us at 333-8548. When you make your visit, make sure and wear your mask and sanitize. All COVID-19 protocols observed. Season's greetings from the management and staff at the Craftsman's Corner. Come celebrate in your corner.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
Yo, this is Trinidad Killer representing for the best supermarket nationwide. Cost Cutters, #1 supermarket. Feel the power, feel the power, feel the power. Cost Cutters in the area. Feel the power, feel the power, feel the power. Cost Cutters in the area. Boom! Christmas time we coming down. Cost Cutters are the best price in town. Ham and turkey can't go wrong. Cost Cutters grocery is #1. Pushing my trolley down the lane to see what I could pick up again. Cost Cutters is not meat.
But don't be like that serious, yeah. Oh, this clothing line is all about opening the black man's mind. All about reminding us as how beautiful we are for the year of fire, yeah. Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, checks, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top, and baby jeans, yeah. Dresses and
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Job Optimum Health and Wellness. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan. Examines all of your organs in a single session. 95% accuracy. It's painless, non-invasive, and affordable. Call Pastor Job at 350-2628, 767-1031, or 275-6300. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan at Job Optimum Health and Wellness.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home or, get this, You can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keylon direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
My life, I lay it on the altar as my life.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance, beat all talk.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street 919 FM.
Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays from the street 919 FM. Ho, ho, ho.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Bakere olówó ẹyọ, èṣù yìí kórè wá, ẹlẹ́gbàrà ní kò bí lọ, bẹ́lẹ̀kẹ̀ ní dára orò sáwò nílé, èṣù máa ṣẹ́ mi, ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ́ omi, mi ò ṣe, èṣù máa ṣẹ́ wá. Èṣù dẹ́ọ̀ dẹ́ọ̀, èṣù dẹ́ọ̀ dẹ́ọ̀, bẹ́lẹ̀kẹ̀, èṣù dẹ́ọ̀ dẹ́ọ̀, èṣù dẹ́ọ̀ dẹ́ọ̀. Nobody can take my joy away. I am born to be happy. Every single wish I supply for me is enough to be jolly. God no need to be worried, no. Cause life is a blessing, no. My life is a blessing, no. Eshu deo deo, eshu deo deo, eshu deo deo. Asana. Eshu deo deo, eshu deo deo, eshu deo deo. Agena. Every morning I awake, I give thanks to my glory. Eshu la lui umes, all doors open up for me. Bad energies, no room for you, oh no. All good things I must get through. Oh boy, Iran, yo shit. Ọ̀la ìlú, èṣù bá ní kọ̀ ọ̀wọ́ ìlú, òró ìlú, ọ̀la ìlú, ọba ẹ̀bọ̀rà nílẹ̀ kẹ́tọ́, èṣù ìbẹ́ bọ̀ orúkún, ẹlẹ́gbàrà níbẹ̀ bọ̀ orúsà, ẹlẹ́gbàrà níbẹ̀ bọ̀ orúkún orúsà, oníbòde. Èṣù dé òde sell out and buy. Selio, 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 sell out and buy. Sell your sin for grace. Sell out and buy. Sell you, 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 sell out and buy. Babylon, Lord of my life and God of my salvation, star of all night and hope of every nation, hear and receive thy church.
Yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo baba mi o okuwo niwe ibo je balo o yama okuwo niwe ibo je ibo mo okuwo niwe ibo je balo o azaraja okuwo okuwo zobo azaraja okuwo zobo azaraja okuwo zobo makaba ile azaraja okuwo zobo azaraja okuwo zobo makaba ile azaraja okuwo zobo azaraja okuwo zobo makaba ile azaraja okuwo zobo azaraja okuwo bereko na mami okuwo bereko na bani okuwo bereko na bani okuwo bereko na bani okuwo bereko mani shilegbe bereko na bani okuwo bereko na bani okuwo bereko na bani okula la la uwele okula la monde okula la la uwele okula la monde okula la la uwele okula la monde baba okula la la uwele okula la monde okula la la uwele okula la monde okula la la uwele
wa wale wa egungun ìbá o wọlé o. humiliate and stop me. Wolewa. I pour libation and send my supplication into the spirit realm. Wolewa. Wolewa. Egungun wolewa. Ancestor. Wolewa. 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 Egungun wolewa. On their shoulders I'm standing strong. Never will they let me down. Wolewa. They see my tears, they feel my pain. With patience I'll rise again. Wolewa. I must stay focused to fulfill my purpose, and I will conquer all. Ancestors, rituals and something. Hear us. Count our age. Hear me.
wale Shango majuba eile waloba kuso
Oh divine, I want to see mother face. I want to see she face. Mother, I see she. Yo, Alex.
Jani Ibaba shishe oshunshila Omi awa ibajani Ibaba shishe akbatani Omi awa ibajani Ibaba shishe oshunshila Omi awa ibajaniye Ibabo shishe agbatani Omi awa ibajani Ibabo shishe oshushila omi awa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushila omi awa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushila omi awa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushile omi awa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushile omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushile omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushila omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushila omi awa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani Morami mayo mabado yeah oh Morami mayo mabado yeah oh Morami mayo mabado yeah oh Morami mayo mabado yeah Morami mayo mabado yeah oh Morami mayo mabado yeah Morami mayo mabado yeah oh Morami mayo mabado yeah Morami mayo mabado yeah Morami mayo mabado yeah Morami mayo
Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo.
All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors. 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 Walk on them, walk on them. 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 Walk on them.
Ancestors, we call on you. Ancestors, we call on you. You came across the middle passage. Ancestors, we call on you. Some are shown up about some are show. Ancestors, we call on you. From this land of Trinidad, great warriors, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them.
All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them.
Great mother, we call on you. Indian love, we call on you. Your children crying, screaming. For great mother, we call on you. When we pour this life vision, we do it for the nation. From the four corners of Trinidad, great mothers, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them.
All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them.
Okunda worry. Ifa says, don't let down on our ancestral practice. Ashe! Hey, African people get free. Break up the chain of mental slavery. Pull up the branch and show your bam say. Break up the chain of mental slavery. Hey, woman, respect your natural beauty. Break up the chain of mental slavery. Hey, African people get free. Break up the chain of mental slavery. Hey, and everybody just says it. Hey, and the youths them dying. Hey, in the streets them bleeding. And the mothers weeping, hey, you man just wise up, hey, my people stand up, hey, pump your fist and march out, my people stand up, I sing African people get free, break up the chain of mental slavery, pull up the pants and show your bam say, break up the chain of mental slavery, hey, woman respect your natural beauty, break up the chain of mental slavery, hey, African people get free, hey, break up the chain of mental slavery, hey, watch the food you're eating, hey, the things they feeding, boy, this thing's so poisoning, and it have you dying, hey, why so much a cancer, hey, just so corona, hey, they want to kill you, just to control you, I say African people get free, hey, break up the chain of mental slavery, pull up the pants and show your bam say, hey, break up the chain of mental slavery, hey, woman respect your natural beauty, break up the chain of mental slavery, hey, African people get free, hey, break up the chain of mental slavery, hey, the elders them crying, hey, cause what they see, hey, the youth disrespecting, and the parents screaming, hey, look how the orchards falling, hey, and the bodies piling, hey, my people check this, before you wreck this, I say African people get free, hey, break up the chain of mental slavery, pull
Pull up your pants and show your bam say. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Hey, woman, respect the natural duty. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Hey, African people get free. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Hey, watch the clothes you're wearing. Hey, the energy it pulling. Boy, when the pants them sagging and the butt crack showing. Hey, what you representing? Hey, for the youths who watching. Hey, my brother, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I say African people get free. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Pull up the pants and show your bam say. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Hey, woman, respect the natural duty. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Hey, African people get free. Break up the chain and mental slavery. Hey, pick it up. Hey, youth man, pick it up. Your history. Pick it up. Your ancestry. Pick it up. Your beauty. Why pick it up? Your ancestry. Pick it up. Your history. Pick it up. Your ancestry. Pick it up. Your history. Say African people get free. Pick up the chain and mental slavery. Pull up the pants and show your pam say. Pick up the chain and mental slavery. Why pick it up? Hey, pick it up. My band say. Pick it up. Hey, you band say. Hey, proud African. Hey, proud African. Macho, proud African. Macho, proud African. Hey, proud African. Hey, proud African. Hey, proud African. Abana say, proud African. Ashe.
Yabo Shishi.
Asheo.
Yes, so we are finally here on the Ifa Orisha Way of Life on Facebook. Streaming live on the Shit 919 FM Facebook page.
Asha.
We're streaming live on Iwer TV and YouTube.
Asha.
As you know, Ifa Orisha Way of Life program is geared about bringing awareness and the way of life in the community. Along with myself, Alatumishe, you know me as MC Duke.
Asha.
And my co-host King Shaka.
Peace and blessings.
So, all you know, tonight, after tonight, we have some giveaways. So we
plenty
know,
treats.
Yeah, we know all who was paying attention, you know, to the program, you know, who was listening, who was taking notes. I saw a little stuffy because I was painting and doing a lot of housework, you know, but it's all good. So, we give thanks, you know, Shaka, like it has start off with the Iba, you know.
Asha. Ifa tells us in everything that we do, we must pay homage. So, for all of us to be on the same page, there may be listeners who would be in the tradition of Ifa, and there were those who are still, you know, seeking to find information. So when we say the word Iba, it is simply saying that I give homage, or we give homage. When we say Olodumare, it is us giving homage to our Creator. So we say Iba Olodumare.
Ashe.
Iba to our Ori.
Ashe.
Iba to our mothers. Iba to our fathers. Iba to one's Uluwu. Iba to my Uluwu, Arabade Wale Osho.
Ashe.
Iba to one's Yanifa. Iba to my Yanifa, Ye Agbamola, Olumi, Tutu Ido Oshun.
Ashe.
Iba to my Ojubona, Baba Opakunle Ifa Koya. And Iba to one's Ojub honor as well. Iba to one's ancestors, both maternal and paternal,
Benny,
that sit at the feet of Olodumare.
Ashe.
Iba Orunmela Barami Agboneregun, the one that witnessed our fate and the one that witnessed our destiny.
Benny.
Iba Akoda, Iba Asheda, the first students of Orunmela.
Ashe.
Iba Yeye Oshun, Oreye Oshun, Omio, Otao, Edao, Erio, Agbao, Mokoro Yeye Fo Oshun. Iba to our sweet mother Yeye Oshun.
Ashe.
Sacred stones, sacred water, Edo, all sacred, Asheo.
Ashe.
Iba, Baba Yeshu, Yeshu Lalu, Okirioko, Okori Orita, Ajo Langalanga Lalu, Ari Langalanga Lalu, Baba Yeshu, the one that sits at the crossroad,
Ashe.
or the one that is there, the primordial one,
Benny,
who sits where decision making needs to be made.
Ashe.
Iba Baba Ogun, Ogu Ye Moye, Ogun, as you transform, may we as well transform. Epa Orisha, Iba Orishanla, Orishanla Banta Banta, Osuni Nuala, the one who sleeps in white and wakes in
Ashe.
white. We give
Ben.
thanks to you, Orishanla.
Benny.
We give thanks to you, Mother Earth. Onile, Mama Leta, we give praise and thanks to you for sustaining us. We give praise to Bogbo Orisha, all Orisha.
Ashe.
And we give praise and thanks to this land of Trinidad and Tobago.
Ashe.
Even though we may be seemingly living in times that we are still fighting to comprehend and understand.
Ashe.
Ifa tells us in Oshe Meji, let us put our trust and hope in Olodumare.
Ashe.
Because it is Olodumare, Ifa, the Orisha, that will sustain us. No man is bigger than the will of Olodumare.
Benny.
No man is stronger than the will of the Orisha.
Ashe.
No man is stronger than the power of our ancestors. So those who think that they may be in positions of authority and think that they can make decisions for people that is not just remember, there's a power greater and more mighty than you.
Ben.
Ashayo. So we give thanks, Ashayo.
We give thanks to all Ilays, Parlays, shrines located all over Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, the world. You know, we give thanks to the sponsors who make this program possible. You know, who it's not free to run this program. You know, I know things are tough, but I'm going to pay some bills. I'm going to come right back at you, but I must say thanks to the sponsors who sponsored the giveaways for tonight. You know, Nicole Huggins. I'm going to tell you guys what we are giving away. Nicole Huggins, a free blood analysis. From Nice Nuts, you're going to get some coconut water. We have some palm wine from Kamara's Culture Store. Also have a gift card of 25% of any purchase over 400. They have t-shirts at 200, dashiki at 300 and 400 from Nubian Experience. King Shaka always also sponsored some Babande
tonic, man. Say the thing, man. Say the thing.
You know, we have Omo Inu for females, you know. And G. St. Paul, she sponsored a foot detox. We have Petty by Risi. They produce some body butters for us. Empress Judy, a foot detox. We also have a fruit basket. So we're going to throw some questions to you guys because you know after tonight we take a little break and we come back on the second Monday in January.
Please go ahead.
You know, so I'm going to pay some bills and come right back at you. Don't touch your dial. It's all about Ifa the Risha. We have live program on the street 919 FM.
Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 importer and supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shogunas. Contact number 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, gel with a difference. Contact number 3827587. Come, let us take care of your feet, Petty by Risi. They also sell butters. Contact number 398-4474. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 688-1979. Oriyumi, Nicole Huggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. EMG out of Texas. Richie's Tire and Automotive Car Care Center. Number 409 Otello Drive, Hampton, Georgia. Sponsors for the Ifa Orisha Way of Life.
Also sponsored by the Throne of Gold for all your African supplies and clothing. Their contact number is 754-5128. That is the Throne of Gold. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Omo Inu, all things woman. For all your Yoni products, they are the sole women's haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Black Tie-Dye Catering Service, 683-8755. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awo Wabande Tonic, 388-4606. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Ile Josio Turameji, Awo Oshun. Thank you.
Yes, so we're back at it. We're going to do a recap of last week's episode right here. You know, the attributes of a husband and a wife.
A good husband.
A good, very good husband. And a very, very, very good wife.
Ashayo.
You know, so we say the husband must be able to put something into the mouth of the woman. This is the feeding of. I may not be interested in, but by Oron Miller putting a smile into the mouth of his wife, the misunderstanding which could have ended in a divorce was amicably settled and she returned to the house. Shaka, you want to elaborate on, you know, because we're just doing a recap.
Yeah, so smoothly, you know, to bring things across. This is saying to us as humans that, in fact, specifically to men, that the way we carry ourselves, or the way we speak to our wife, our spouse, this is the way that they would react to us. you know, paying attention though to ensuring that the proper protocols of finding a partner is conducted. And last week we had said that in order, you know, to ensure that you are with the right person, in fact, that right caliber of person, one would need to do an IFA consultation, do it AFA consult, you know, the Orisha, to find out whether or not the compatibility of these two people are matching and blessed from Olodumare. So in simple terms, the husband must ensure that he speaks to his spouse in ways that is respectful, in ways that would not take away from her integrity, in ways that would not damage her self-esteem. And Ifa tells us this would add to putting a smile onto the wife's face so that she would have good stories to tell to her friends and her family about her husband. Because we all know in society there is a particular culture that is ravaging our homes. And Ifa is telling us that there's a way in which we must do things in order for our homes to be in harmony. And it starts with the utterances that comes out of our mouths. If our utterances are not respectful to our partner, that is what would come back to us in return. So this Ifa is telling us to watch the way we speak to our partner. Ensure, you know, that we give them that respect. Asheo. You know, so despite whatever situation or space or place a person may be in, one must be mindful of the influences that are there to put wedges or to put things in our minds. And we must be careful because there are things in which the negative forces would use to break up our families. We must be mindful of that. That's why it is incumbent on us as devotees to consult Ifa. To consult Ifa to find out what would happen tomorrow. Because Ifa says, we know yesterday, we know today, but we don't know what would happen tomorrow. Even the next tomorrow. That is why the devotee of Ifa would cast Ifa every 5 days. So Ifa is telling us that we must be willing to spiritually ground ourselves into the word of Ifa to find out what is taking place in our lives. Because Ifa tells us, regrets of Ifa takes place before the fact. So the minute something reaches a person's spirit, you might feel a sort of tension. You know, a person might get a dream, as our ancestors tell us. A city is not destroyed without a warning. So we would get indications when things are not going well. And that is why a person would seek to consult Ifa to find out if all is well, especially within their family structure. Because a family is a divine thing. A family is a blessing. Children is a blessing. You know, because Ifa tells us that when two people copulate, this is when the multiplication takes place. This is when we invite ancestors to come back. This is when we allow our countries, or in fact our family, to multiply. So that is why it's very incumbent on all of us to protect our families, to protect our structure, to protect our loved ones, because this is our blessing from Olodumare. Ifa tells us our children are our blessing. Ashe. Our family is our blessing. Ashe. Our family is our sense of security, because there's a reason why all of us was placed in a family. Ifa tells us that there is no mistake that a person is born in a particular family. A person is born in a particular family because that is the launch pad of their blessings of success. Because that is a group of people that is there to mold and guide you. So that is why the family of Ifa is so much important. The institution of family must always be protected. It must be protected. And as the OTs, Ifa implores us to take an active stance in protecting our families. Men, protect your wives. Wives, protect your husband. Husband and wife, protect your children. And children, we must protect our elders. Because if we do not protect our elders, the university of knowledge that they carry in their ori, it would then be lost if we do not protect them.
Really?
So all of us make time. Go and look for our elders. Look for our grandparents. Look for people in our community who have walked this walk. Look for them. They are willing and able to give us information. Let us not let them pass on without sharing what Olodumare has given them, and that they are willing to pass on to us. Ashe?
Ashe. You know, so we just doing a recap of last week's episode before we go into giving out. You know, we have a little question here, and we give out a few prizes, you know, because we come to the end of the year. You know, it was a good year. You know, Ifa says that this show will grow, this program will grow from strength to strength. And it has been growing. I'd just like to say good night to some of the folks streaming on Facebook. I have Spice Roberts from Tobago. Kamara's Culture Store is on. Noble Smith is on. Lisha Sylvan is on. Sherry Ann Gibbs is on.
Good night, Sherry.
You know, Angie St. Paul is on. If I tie Shay at Tunumu, Onika Scott, Empress Ajay.
Good night, Ia. Sorry I missed your prayers.
Angel Macano, you know, yes, we had a beautiful
yes, I heard so.
Time there on Saturday. You know, so we are here also. Other sponsors are Ifa Risha School of Enlightenment with Nzinga Reed, Abalaye Spiritual Store, that's in Kunupia. You know, Trisha Grant is also local. So we going down. The husband must be able to cover the woman with something. On the face value, this may be translated to mean the cloth which a woman has to dress with and all the ornaments that go with it. The actual meaning of this is that the man has to make the woman feel secure. The man has to strive to provide for his wife all the things that would make her feel secure as a wife. Apart from this, the husband has to act as a protector, defending his wife on those things that he knows may make people to dislike her in an effort to make the words of Ifa about marriage to come to pass. When Oron Milliam married Iwer, who was very a sloppy person, she did not know how to cook, neither did she know how to cater for her husband. But Oron Milliam had been told that if he married her, she would be one that would change his life by giving him children. That would make him happy. This came true for Owen Miller, and it is these children who contributed immensely to the spread of Ifa worldwide. Shaka?
Ashe. And if we really examine, this tells us again that we must ground ourselves spiritually. Spiritually. Because as we had said, when two people are seeking, you know, to copulate or to link, to engage in family planning, Ifa tells us to bring your partner before the oracle to verify. Sometimes a person would be looking at persons for relationship just based on face value. A woman might see a man he might be looking tall, he might be seemingly to have money, right? Or the man would be maybe looking at a woman based on her figure alone, looking at her face, you know. But this Ifa is telling us here that sometimes the person who would bring blessings to your life, it may not be the person who you might find is the person you had in your mind. So Ifa is telling us, once you come to Ifa with your person, and that person comes willingly to Ifa, and Ifa tells you that this person would bring blessing to you, you must be patient. We must be patient and continue to work to receive the blessings of what Ifa says would come with that particular relationship. Because sometimes we might want things to happen too fast. You might marry, you know, you might have consulted Ifa, and Ifa said that blessings would come, prosperity would come, this and that will come, house and land, all of these things would come. But you might be in this situation and you might be thinking that, here what? This thing moving slow. I wonder if my Ifa working. But according to Oshe Meiji, Ifa says, dreams without hard work only amongst the just dreams. So this Ifa is telling us, when you have your family, you have your wife, continue to work. Work hand in hand, work hand in glove. Things would work out. Ground families, ground yourselves spiritually.
And these are one of the things that happen in society.
Yeah.
It have a lot of broken homes.
Yeah.
You know. And we as man, as I say we, myself and you.
Yeah.
Now the temptations are very great.
It's real.
When I say great in the sense of the temptations are there.
It's there.
We would be attracted to the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Come on, me. I am attracted to the opposite sex.
Facts.
You understand? Let me be real, because the universe was designed for man and woman.
Yeah, facts.
Not, you know?
Yeah.
But just as Ifa Taishe says here, patience is the father of good character.
Ashe facts.
Ifa is about patience, humility, and respect.
Ashe.
And with these three words, you can say these three components, and you get it together, you will get Iwapile. And we need to, I mean, Shaka, it'll be tough. It does be tough, you know. As a man, you might stray, or you might look, you know what I mean? You know? It's just the other day, imagine, I married for 17 years.
Wow.
And it's just the other day, I get comfortable with my wife next to me and see her next to me. I say, she nice about?
Yeah.
You know? Because there is a level of understanding
and growth.
And growth, because I could not do it before.
Yeah.
I would have hide. But I believe once you are open and you come to your companion, your friend, and the relationship is not about just being together, you know. It had to have some sort of friendship in it, and the universe or the marketplace, as we just say, could be a better place if we tighten the relationship and build we homes, because it had too much broken homes.
Yeah, facts. Iweri OD tells us that husband and wife must level the playing field.
Sure.
When Ifa tells us that husband and wife level the playing field, it means that respect, that openness, that honesty, it goes, you know, on a balanced scale. You know, it goes on a balanced scale. Iweri OD tells us that whether or not there may be different views, different likes or dislikes within a relationship, what must happen is both parties must try to come together and level the playing field of understanding. So it's saying that sometimes we might be hiding our true selves in order to please our partner. But Ifa is telling us we must put ourselves in a way that our partner knows who we are and we know our partner.
Vice versa.
Asheo.
You know, we continue again with Captain from last week. Yeah, Ifa Sola, she's on. You know. The husband must be able to put something into the vagina of the woman. By this, it is understood that a man must be able to make love to his wife as when due. Love making to the woman is a little complicated and will be given special treatment. Asisi Ifa Sola says marriage and Ifa is not a contract between man and woman. Could you call in on the program? Let us get your take on this that you put up here. Marriage and Ifa is not a contract between man and woman. You know, so the numbers to call are 342-0081, 342-0081. My WhatsApp number is 771-1791. You know, so we having this beautiful conversation here. You know, and between man and woman, there must be some sense of understanding
and balance.
You
know, and Ifa is revealing to us as well that it's not just like that two people would meet. Each of us work to the fulfillment of each other's destiny. So the man is working, you know.
You take this call there.
Yeah, good evening.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. You hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Right, I'm calling from Tobago. I heard you all mention in the program Ifa. First thing, when you say Ifa, you referring to Almighty God as Ifa?
Nice question.
Well, because I keep saying Ifa. So I just want to get some clarity on that now, and just want to make a quick comment. Yeah?
Hold on, thank you for your question, because each one teaches one.
Barely.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick comment now, apart from the question.
Yeah, go ahead with the quick comment.
Yeah, you're talking about marriage in the sense of what a partner, person getting married, and the choice of choosing a partner on that line, because I didn't get the beginning of the program. I was outside, and I just came in and I just hear the program. It already started. So what was the real topic in the program in the sense of marriage? You mentioned something about marriage, and the guy shared about his wife. I know you have been married for 17 years or something like that, and he was saying how his wife is pretty. So what is the real basis of the program?
Go ahead, Shaka. I go take it after.
Caller, good night again. Now,
good night, yeah.
This program is structured in a way that we address topics. Last week, we had done this topic called the attributes of a good husband, the attributes of a good wife, according to Ifa Orisha standard. And this week, we are simply recapping what was said last week. So, just for all of us to be on the same page, at the start of the program, I had said that we are Ifa Orisha Otis. So, we would refer to our creator as Olodumare, which is not said mostly on this part of the world, but we are Ifa Orisha Otis, and we refer to our creator as Olodumare. Olodumare is our creator. So when we say the word Ifa, the words, in fact, the manifestations of things that comes out of the mouth of our Creator is called Ifa. So our Creator has given us guidelines on how we should live. And those guidelines is what we would term as Ifa. So you would hear us saying, well, Ifa say. It is simply saying for us to understand. The Creator says. So when I say Ifa says that husbands should take care of their wives, it is simply saying that the Creator says that we must take care of our wives. And we have a fountain of knowledge that comes out of something that we call the Odu corpus of Ifa, which is the body of knowledge. Known to mankind, it is not written in it cannot be contained in books. It is not contained in books. But from what our elders have taught us, for all of us to understand, Odu, I will just use the word chapter for all of us to understand. There are 256 Odu. The first Odu is Ejiogbe. The last Odu is Ofunoshe. Right? And our ancestors have taught us that there are 256 in number, with 1,680 verses of information that is revealed. Even though I am here and my brother is here on the program speaking about Ifa, Ifa cannot be contained in one book. That is why we consult our elders, and they would consult their elders to get into that fountain of knowledge. If a Babalawo or a Ianifa or a Babalorisha or a Ialorisha or a devotee knows at least 8 verses in the 256 Odu Ifa, they are considered as competent as a professor. But some of our elders, they are able to memorize at least 18 verses per Udu. And the well competent ones, some of them have learned even about 71 verses per Udu. And that tells us how vast and how magnanimous our Ifa Orisha tradition is. Ifa, in fact, Ifa is the foundation that tells us about the creation of all things, of what was, what is, and what would be in the future. All things were born out of Ifa. But Ifa tells us in Irete Ogbe.
You want to say something?
You want to say something?
Go ahead, I'm listening, and this was going to say something.
But what Ifa tells us in one of our chapters, Udu, Irete Ogbe, Ifa tells us that as a people, more so people in the diaspora and persons from the native continent, the reason why our tradition was seemingly lost to some of the descendants, which are us right now, is that some of our ancestors had put down what they had and they took up other persons or other groups of people's culture. So back in primordial times, our ancestors worshipped Olodumare. They worshipped Orisha. They venerated their ancestors. Our ancestors are the ones who passed on Horus, and the primordial energies that we give homage to. I'll just name a few. Arun Miller, the one who was there. I'm not
I
here.
just want to interject a little bit. Can I?
Yes, go ahead.
Quick question. I want to ask you a question. Do you believe in the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ? Do you believe that Jesus Christ died and rose again?
No. That's a question that our ancestors. His answer?
Yeah, you're on the
Right.
Yeah,
Caller?
I'm still here.
You're there?
Yeah, still here. Outside, I am close to the radio outside.
I'm not hearing him properly.
Yeah.
You not hearing me at all? You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm move away from the radio now because I don't want the feedback in your ears. So outside.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, he's hearing you. He's hearing you.
Yes, I'll listen to you. Go ahead.
Yes. So we have ancestors. We are, as we had said at the start of the program, we are Ifa Orisha devotees. We believe in the Creator, and our Creator is not by any European standard. It's not by any Asian standard. It is by what was outlined for us through our Ifa Udu corpus. We have ancestors. I personally have ancestors, and my ancestors had put down their lives on the line for me. My ancestors did not die on any cross. My ancestors came out of Africa, and they made their way across.
Stick one thing stick one thing before you go through them. You hear what you said? You said your ancestors, right? Your ancestors, came out of Africa. Correct? Came out of Africa. That is what you said, right?
Yes, they came out of Africa, yeah.
Right, but the question I ask is, do you believe in the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ? That is what I ask you. I understand all you're saying, but I just ask you questions straightforward.
All right, caller. All right.
I don't tell me yes, you believe one. You know you believe one. I don't understand what you're doing.
All right.
Where you're going. But you're telling me about your ancestors. It's good, but I'm talking about Jesus Christ died for this sin of
Turn up in the
mankind.
studio, I'm not saying them.
And if he didn't die, we would not be here. I mean, I understand what you're saying about your ancestors, but the ancestors didn't die for your sins.
All right, caller, I'm going to interject here now, MC Duke, Alatumishi. Right? One of the main things I was taught, now in the early part of my life, I believed in Jesus the Christ, right?
Right.
I believed in that, right? And as I got deeper into, and I found myself, my destiny, within the Ifa Orisha Corpus community, I start to read and educate myself. And one of the main things, I'm going to stick a pin in it and stop the conversation right here. Right?
Yeah, no problem.
What I was taught in Ifa, we do not segregate. We respect each and everyone's religion and their choice. Right? So if you believe in Jesus the Christ, the one who died for your sins, I say thank you to you for that. Because Ifa taught me, I am not at no time to go against or condemn anyone's religion. That is why this program here, yes now caller, I listen to you. This program here is about Ifa Orisha, the way of life. To set an understanding, because the community on the whole has negative things to say about Orisha. So we are here and we are bringing it out to the forefront to let the public, the listeners, the viewers understand. We are not here to discriminate, because if you listen to my brother, he said with the Udus, he bring comparison to chapter, just like how you have the Bible, Matthew, Luke, John, you have the Psalms, you have Revelation. You understand? Ifa is a way of life. They are the rules, they are the guidelines, the 16 tenants, just like how you have the commandments, Ifa has guidelines. So we are not going to elaborate because we'll go on and on tonight to that. But
I just want to I go ahead, let me finish. Go ahead. Sorry,
right,
go ahead,
so if you, the caller, that is your belief, that is your system, that is what you are, we respect that. But my brother, King Shaka, is saying to you that he believes in Ifa just like myself, and he believes in Olodomai, the greatest form, the greatest connector, the creator. And he believes in Ifa, is 16 tenants of Ifa, and all that follows below the umbrella of Ifa and Orisha.
Okay. Can I say something quickly before you
Yes, I love it. I
asked a question, but you didn't give me the answer I was looking for. But I must say thanks for taking the call, and thanks for the time sharing and share a little knowledge that you share with me. Thanks for it. And I would like to have a discussion with you all about off air.
No problem.
No problem.
We love this.
Off air.
We love this.
If you are going to WhatsApp me a number.
Yeah.
And my number.
And what's your name?
My name is James Robley.
James Roberts?
Robley.
Okay, thanks.
James Robley. Right?
Yes.
So, you have, and the two guys are speaking to, what's your actual name?
My name is the host. My government name is Dylan Duke. My Ifa name is Alatumishe Ifa Bamishe Aganki. I'm called MC Duke.
Wow.
Yes, wow.
What's a name, boy?
Yes.
Yeah, but something quickly.
Go ahead.
Quickly. 1 second, something quickly. Now don't back on me. You know, I hear you always worshiping and so on before you all came on me here. I was hearing it outside, and then after a shift from where I wasn't getting this full thing. Then I came in. I hear you all mention something like Majuba, something like that. You know, in fact, I'm living in Tobago. The name of the street is Majuba Trace. You know, Majuba is an African name. Majuba is African. Google it and you see. It's African. Majuba. Majuba. Yeah? So, guys, enjoy your Christmas. And thanks for taking the call. Bye. Yeah. Hello?
I just love this. That's why I love to watch Fazil Muhammad, you know. I love to watch him. But this is what the program on the Sheet 919 FM is about, you know.
Yes, facts.
And we're not going to shy, we're not going to disrespect anyone's belief. We are not going to go against anyone's. But my choice is my choice. Your choice is your choice.
And our choice is the Ifa Orisha way of life. So, as much as persons would belong to other denominations.
Yeah.
It has a little delay because I'm not replying to Mr. who called in, James Robley or something like that. So I'm now on that. So that go a long time.
Nah, yeah, you could go ahead. You could elaborate. You know, hang up.
Okay, after that, yeah, good night. So, on the topic of marriage in Ifa, whereas we would have known, grow up, even if you look on Wikipedia, they would talk about marriage being, you know, a legal, a social, religious relationship between man and woman. However, marriages in Ifa is designed for prolongation of the family structure. So there's no real contract between the man and woman per se. tangible that is, more so. But it's a lifelong relationship between two families. So it's not just about man and woman. When you marry in Ifa, it's two families. Two families are being united. Two families coming together, and so on. And if you look at in the structure as well, if this in-law, mother, sister die, you'll find that on the other side that your husband have to contribute or buy the car or whatever, because it goes so far just beyond you and that man, just beyond immediate in-laws, mother-in-law and father. It goes all the way down. So it's really two families coming together, united, and it is the responsibility of that child, under the training, of course, to now take that union and contribute towards the progress of those two families, right? And I'll quote a stanza to support that in Ishiyagbe, where they say, only a fool discards his mother's lineage and upholds that of his father. It's as if a newly born baby when coming from heaven to earth. So it is clear that this Uru is considers both family. You may adopt the father's last name, but you're equally responsible for the both families in that relationship, in that marriage, right? What else were you talking about? I get lost in that caller.
Yeah, Ori, I want you say what you want to say. Say what you want to say concerning that caller. Because this is what this program is all about.
He kind of hit me up a bit, you know, but you were on point. You were on point, because in Ifa we are taught not to discriminate, segregate and all these things, and to respect one another, because we supposed to live in harmony. If they can't understand that, well...
That's right. We have to understand as well. We have to understand as well too what colonial influences does to us. And as you had said in H. Yogbe, and also mirrored as well in Omori Ogunda, that speaks about one's Isheshe. It was a lot of us have abandoned what is truly ours. A lot of us have put down our ancestors, and we have lifted up the other ancestors of the colonizers. And these are things that we seldom speak about. We may speak about, you know, the remnants of chattel slavery, which is economical, mental, social. But if we examine what was done spiritually as well, it would give to us the understanding why certain people would still hold on to certain beliefs. Because if what was ours was constantly demonized, it was vilified, it was, in fact, it is constantly being portrayed on the media, even used in movies, portrayed on films in Nollywood and Hollywood, that what is ours is bad. That would continue to perpetuate in our society.
So, in order to understand what brought me to Ifa, what brought me to Ifa, understanding that I had to unlearn a lot of things that I have been taught in order to learn new things, and not to learn new things, but to learn what is, and to learn what I am and what I have always been. So who I have always been, and I didn't struggle much, because you know, when you're young, it's easier to take it in and absorb it. And I did my history. I turned to history to find out what was going on, because growing up in a Catholic home, you know, you have to go to church every weekend. You have to I stored Catholic. We known in the family for, Catholic. Everybody know the family. So you had to now take that where, it's not accepted by that side of the family. And you had to now unlearn a lot, unlearn. And it was a struggle because now you're dealing with, okay, culture now. We grew up in a culture, you understand? And we have to now separate it. This is tradition, not culture. Now your culture will be embedded or in the tradition or vice versa. So in the tradition, we speak about certain things and you go by living that way and therefore developing a culture within your home, a culture within your community, a culture within your country. So that is why Yoruba land now, you'll find that people live the tradition, right? And that's their culture. So they use the form of the tradition for their life. And for us to do so, we now have to now wipe off a lot of things, remove a lot of things, remove a lot of ways within ourselves, a lot of thinking within ourselves, and start to think otherwise. And I'm not saying that we have to follow, but Ifa is there to give us the direction and the guidance. So once we follow Ifa and follow the principles and and be obedient and all the other things, we will be fine. We will be good, and then we'll be able to live in harmony with anyone all over the world, because Ifa is esoteric. Ifa is universal. You understand? Ifa speaks many languages. Ifa predates Yoruba land. You understand? So we have to getting back to the marriage and that topic, because I was looking for something and I found it, and I just want to read it out. I read it out because I wrote it down. I just want to read it out, right? If you permit me. In Ifa, there will be consultation between man and woman before marriage. And there are times where an irete of Bay is revealed. Only one wife is good for a man. When they become two, they turn to troublemakers. When they become three, they become home breakers. When they become four, they create crisis that when you make jest of me, I make jest of you back. When they become five, they dare their husband to kill them, if he can. When they become six, they resort to that. Why did their husbands? Ifa says that it foresees the area of another wife during consultation. When they become seven, people go in search of peacemakers. The peacemakers of Uniife, the Oba of Iliife, they were the Awo who cast Ifa for Eje Oye Kumishi, that is, when going to mend the life of Uniife, when it broke as if it was a calabash and tore completely like a disused rag. Now, who will help us mend our destinies? Ella, Ifa is it that will help us mend our destinies. So that is why Ifa consultation is very important, because people come into this tradition thinking, okay, I can have more than one wife, I could do this and I can do it. No, it is not so. Get it in order. Get it in order. It is not so. Sometimes a man will marry another woman because of, let me throw for an example. My husband's mother, when she was born, they took her for Ifa divination. His father at that time, his grandfather at that time, Ifa said that that woman must marry the Babalawo, who is performing the reading. No, she's a baby. He's a big man with how much wife? When it says like that, it doesn't mean that that baby now has to come and marry this man, this big Babalawo. It means she's married to the family. She has to come into his family. So when his youngest son reached a certain age, and she reached a certain age, they had already known from her birth that this man was going to be her husband. And when the time was appropriate, they put them together and so on and so on, and history after that. So you know, we have to be very careful how we take things and run with it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we Ogbato. Thanks for that contribution there.
Thanks for that.
There, yeah, you know. Thanks for that contribution. I'm just going to play some ads. We're going to take a break. I'm going to play some ads and come right back at you. It's all about the IFA Orisha Way of Life program on the Sheet 919 FM.
Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 importer and supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shogunas. Contact number 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, gel with a difference. Contact number 3827587. Come, let us take care of your feet, Petty by Risi. They also sell butters. Contact number 3984474. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 6881979. Oriyumi, Nico Loggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. EMG out of Texas. Richie's Tire and Automotive Car Care Center. Number 409 Otello Drive, Hampton, Georgia. Sponsors for the IFA Orisha Way of Life.
Also sponsored by the Throne of Gold for all your African supplies and clothing. Their contact number is 754-5128. That is the Throne of Gold. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Omo Inu, all things woman. For all your Yoni products, they are the sole women's haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Black Tie-Dye Catering Service, 683-8755. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awo Wabande Tonic, 388-4606. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Ile Josio Turameji, Awo Oshun. Thank you.
Also, we have the Abalaye Spiritual Store. We also have the IFA School of Enlightenment. So we're going to just play some music and come right back at you.
lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá o tí lọ gbọ́ tani máa lọ gbọ́ títí láyé.
Ọ̀yá ní àríwó, Ọ̀yá ní ṣòkòtò.
Ọ̀yá ní àríwó, Ọ̀yá ní ṣòkòtò.
Ọ̀yá ní àríwó, Ọ̀yá.
Yes. So we're back at it, Ifa Orisha. We have a live program here on the Street 919 FM. Shaka, I know you wanted to touch on something.
Asheo, just going back again so that all of us would be on the same page, even though there would be persons not of the Ifa Orisha tradition that is listening to the program. Just for clarity's sake, because the caller from, where he was from, Tobago,
Yeah.
he had called and asked about if we believe in
Jesus the Christ.
all right. For us as Ifa Orisha devotees, the first Messiah, the first Savior known to us is Orunmila. When we say Orunmila, we say Orunmila Ibikeji Olodumare, the one that is second in command to Olodumare, the one who was there to witness our destiny, the one who is our averter of death, the one whom is our great historian. So the first Messiah known to us as Ifa Orisha devotees is Orunmila, the one that we go to in order to find out what our destinies are. And that is the point that we on the Ifa Orisha way of life is bringing to the fore. That yes, there have been a lot of information that was made present to us, and we must understand where it came from. We have to hold on to what is ours, and we must live what is best for us. So as an Ifa Orisha devotee, we must understand that there would be doctrines that was passed down forcefully, either for control purposes, that is geared to bring us under some sort of dormancy. So we have to hold on to what is ours. When our ancestors came to these lands, they were stripped of their names. They were stripped of their culture. They were stripped of their way of life. They were punished for their belief systems. And that only happened because they had come into a place that they had to become subjugated and controlled by those whom was here. So we have to understand what was done. We have to hold on to what is ours. Yes, there would be doctrines out of the Bible, but our ancestors in Africa, in ancient Africa, primordial Africa, they did not use the Bible. They did not use the Bible. And even if you go in ancient, if you look in Udu Ifa corpus of primordial times, you would only see the name of Orunmila, the name of Eshu, the name of Oshun, the name of Ogun, the name of Abatala, the name of Shango, the names of Shapana, the names of Orisha. You wouldn't hear European names. I'm not saying that Ifa does not cover all, But there's no European name that could give rise to what Arun Miller is. There's no English equivalent to what Arun Miller is. There's no English equivalent to what Oshun is. There's no English equivalent to what Eshu is. Because our ancestors and our people have been fighting tooth and nail to remove the negative connotations that have been attached to our spiritual beliefs and practices. There's no English equivalent to whom Arun Miller is. Arun Miller is our savior. Yeye Oshun is our great warrior. Mama Letta, Mother Earth, is our sustainer. Ogun, Baba Ogun, is our great defender. So any other European name or standard, it is just there to water down what you have. What we have is powerful, and we have to hold on to it. What we have is powerful. We have to move away from thinking that what we have is something evil. Everyone has a way of life, and we give respect to all. But we on the Ifa Orisha way of life, we are holding on to what is ours. We are bringing to the fore doctrine that predates any other religious text or book, and that is sent down to us by our ancestors. It is said that Timbuktu in ancient Africa is one of the oldest libraries known to mankind. It means that our ancestors have been getting divine inspiration from since time memorial. Our ancestors have written facts in the pyramids. Some of them have been passed on orally, and some of them have been written down. So when we hearing that our ancestors did not write anything, that is a lie. Our ancestors have wrote down many things. And some of these things have been painted, rebranded, and sold back to us as lies. So we have to be mindful of that. They have made us think that to wear an African name is a badge of shame. They have made us to believe that having on African clothes is not worthy of public appreciation. They have tainted our ideal of what beauty is, our natural self. So we have to hold on, Trinidad and Tobago. We have to hold on. We have to break these barriers. We have to break these mental chains. What we have is powerful. What we have is great. Ours is second to none. We are better than no one, but we are simply different. Our way of life is second to none. Our way of life is second to none. We have to pay attention to what is being portrayed on the media, in Bollywood and Hollywood, as to what our practices are. Many things a person may see on TV is just an illusion as to what the truth is. It's a fact. Amen. They would tell us that Orisha practice is something evil. But I challenge anyone. Come with concrete facts, come with proof, but to show us where there have been instances of perpetuated evil.
Papa call you.
Ashe.
Abura boya bashishe.
Hi, good night. Cola. You should cola. Could I share something with him?
Yes, Chester. Chester from Bayole.
Nice from, yeah.
Yeah, Chester, you still there?
Yes, I am. Alright, so I don't know your name, but let me tell you some interesting facts.
Yes, some interesting facts.
So, there's Jesus Becca that you pray to that blue-eyed white man. He is actually a princess done by Leonardo da Vinci. That is Leonardo da Vinci was a homosexual.
Yeah, that's Chester. People also, he's also a part of the community,
We lost that call.
Yeah, I just want to touch on some of the if I touch, I'm gonna go back up. Yeah. But take this one. Abo shishe.
Greetings, my brother.
Good night.
Good night, my brother. Can you allow me to say 2 words? It won't be bad that much.
Yes, you can go ahead.
The Orisha thing is really a bad thing. Because some people believe that they could do bad to others. Some people want to give this one a bad spirit. Some might believe this one a Bigfoot or a Sofoot or they always say, I will do something for you, and you'll see what will happen to you. Some Orisha people that say good things and they say bad things. But so also there's some people mad too. Because a couple of people I see on the street, when you watch them, they're mad, they're the Orisha people. Thank you, my brothers.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller, for your
contribution.
What I would say is, caller, if you have been following this program from since we have started, we have outlined our tenets and principles of what our tradition would stand for. And our tradition does not condone a devotee perpetuating any evil acts towards his or her brother. So, if you are coming with that type of observation, it's clear and evident to us here on this program that you are not well informed as to what our tradition stands for. And I implore you that take time, to listen to our program and get to understand the beauty of what our tradition has. We are not saying that there are not evil people in the world. But our Ifa tells us that the wicked people in the world, they are many. They number more than 140 million. And the honest ones are few. They number less than 20. So you, my dear friend, ask yourself, on what side are you? Are you in the number that is less than 20 who are honest? Or are you on the side of those who are in the millions and who are being dishonest? Ashe?
Ashe. Abo shishe kola.
Yeah, good night.
Alafia. Mojuba means I thank you, and Ajuba means respect. That's something refer to. You all touch on a lot of things tonight. Now the Ifa religion, the Orisha, it started from beginning because God gave rules for us to live. And similar to that, just making comparison there, remember in a call earlier of programs, say in Nigeria, the Muslims and the Orishas live in the same community. In unity, they didn't have a problem. Because among them, both of them say a way of life. If a way of life, Islam is a way of life. So 700 years, because people kind of forget religion and went off track, they had a reminder, God sent the reminder. So the Yoruba, you had the Yoruba and the Hausa, the Muslim and the Orisha. And both of them set down ways of life that are pleasing to God. I don't want to create a controversy. I just want to give an explanation of a similarity.
Go ahead, no problem.
Oh, all right, thanks. So this is what. So Islam is a way of life, pleasing, the important thing, pleasing to God. It's the same thing with Ifa. Now, Orunmila is wisdom, Ifa, wisdom, and wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is necessary to go forward in life. Well, we would make wrong decisions or mistakes, but at least we have guidelines because we have principles. In the Orisha, we have the 16 chapters and how many verses and things. In the Quran, you have 100 and something chapters, and in some chapters, like chapter 2, you have a breakdown on family life, respect for elders, finances, and so on. And the same thing, and character. And the same thing, if I have Iwer, which is character. So, it's similar. It's like, because the Quran is revelations. The first, Prophet Muhammad couldn't read or write, so those are revelations he got from God, which is similar to the Ifa tradition. So this is why in Nigeria, the Yoruba and the Hausa, they could have lived in unity and then probably they intermarried too. So when on Friday, the Orisha worship, I think it's Ogun, one of them, they had their prayers on a morning because they want to go to the Muslim prayers, Juma, they could go to it. And the Muslims, if they want to come to the Orisha in the morning, because it could be the family and things, they could attend it. So there was unity among the religions. As you all just said, and you always say, you're not disputing any religion because, we're supposed to understand and that kind of thing. So that is my contribution tonight.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
You are welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yaje Bernard says all you have patience with, all religion can perpetuate evil or good.
Facts.
Yeye Fasola says it is a bad thing, but how many people outside the community do bad? They go out of their way to come to the Orisha community to do bad. And they come within. They come because they have been taught that all things black or associated with the black African community is bad. So what we tend to do on the Ifa Orisha Way of Life program on the Street 919 FM is we will listen to your views and your opinions. And in return, we like you to listen to our views and opinions and respect it the same way, because if we were one-sided, half of the calls that are being answered here on this side we will just switch it off. You know, but that is to share the balance.
Yeah, and the respect.
And the respect and the patience that we have, right?
Good night, my brothers. I'm not saying certain things that we are going to be not friendly, you know. But if something happened to me already, and if I wasn't good for myself, I would be a dead man. Right? I ain't nobody Orisha feel I grew up in it. But I'm not one anymore. I was hurt by brothers and sisters in church. You understand? They take something close to my skin and put it in a graveyard.
Caller, I'm gonna say something to you here. And this is what shows my professionalism as an announcer and a host on a program. What you are literally doing and saying, you are bringing damage to this program and to the community, the Orisha community. If you have a problem or you went through some sort of disaster or situation, there are ways and means to seek discourse and closure to it. Do not come.
Tell people the truth.
Hold on. Do not come on the program just now. Do not come on the program and do this, because the brother just said just now, there are few good ones, and there are a lot of bad ones. Have a blessed night, caller.
What side are you, brother?
I do broadcasting. I know how to do this. Yeah, hello. Right, so one thing I like about this program tonight being the final one for 2021 until next year. The harder they come, the harder they fall. You understand? And not everybody is good. And not everybody is bad. Because I'm going to say this here without an apology. You will never hear or see a person of the Ifa Orisha community calling in on a next forum as this and trying to bring disrepute to that program in that manner. We are the destroyers of our own selves. We are the destroyers of our own selves. Right? Ifa says there are three types of people in this world: those who are coming to do good, those who are coming to do bad, and those who are come neither good or bad. Inskep Julian says, looking forward to my new course in life. Lesha Sylvan says, all the callers going off course with the topics. The just caller throwing everything on course. You know? But as I say, it speaks volume. It speaks volume. And as an announcer sitting on this side, this is where I have to hold it and control it. I am not going to just switch off a call when someone is going bad, because it will look like I am being biased. But when I find you going down a certain road too much, I'm going to pull it back, tighten it up, and we'll continue. Right? We will continue. At the end of the day, we on this program, King Shaka and myself, we are bringing clarity. Clarity. And as Shaka, before we go to the little prize giving we have, I'd like you to go back to what you spoke about with the few and the many. Go back to where you say what I call her, because I know you're listening.
If I tell us in Ejogbe, that's the first Udu. That's our first Udu. Our first, as for people to understand, our first chapter of knowledge, the foundation of all things. And the first Udu speaks about truth. It speaks about honesty. And Ifa tells us, the people that trouble the world today, they are so many. They number more than 140 million. This was divined for Arun Miller on the day he was saddened by all evil or compelling incidents. Ifa says the honest ones number less than 20.
Benny.
The honest ones are few.
Benny.
Ifa enjoins us to be honest, and Ifa tells us that we must be honest. So this Ifa is telling us that a person might seek, to cause discord or seek to cause disharmony. This Ifa is telling us to check ourselves. To check ourselves. As it says, as our ancestor says, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. If you don't know about something, ask a question. Don't cast judgment. Ask a question. Ifa is our fountain of knowledge, and for our loyal listeners who have been with us from since last year, we have been bringing doctrines of truth. We have been bringing what our tenets and principles are. So, for those who would call and say certain things, that is not in line with what our tradition is. In any way of life, there are persons who seek to do evil. In any other denomination, there are persons who do evil. So we have to be careful of the things we are saying about a community of people. Because the things a person may say, the utterances, according to Utura Meiji, the utterances, the uncontrolled utterances that comes out of a person's mouth could bring damnation or trouble for them. So we must be careful of the things we say. Because at the end of the day, everyone have ancestors. Everyone has an Ori. And even though this program at the fore is Alat Humishe and myself, our Ori is supporting us here. Our ancestors are supporting us here. We have an entire Ifa Orisha community of Trinidad and Tobago that is supporting us here. And even our elders across in Nigeria who is supporting us here. So, for persons listening in Yoruba land, we must be careful. We must be careful of the things that we hear other people say and speak it. Because Ifa tells us in Iwori Meiji, before you judge a situation, you must hear both sides. So if you come to us and say that someone have done you wrong, we still have to look at the other side of what you did not say. So we have to understand too that sometimes when evil things befall a person, sometimes that person may be the author of their own calamity. Because Ifa tells us that we must hear both sides. We must hear both sides, and we must not be malicious. And we are seeing where the direction our society is heading. When you have grown people behaving in a type of manner, what you would expect of the children? What you would expect of the younger ones? So we must be very, 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 very careful. You're pelting stones. Look at the house you are living in. You're pointing a finger, 4 is pointing back at you. We must be wise. We must be wise. A person might think, they are, be careful. We must be careful.
Ashe, and I want to say something here because myself and King Shaka, we are a team. I just call him the Udu Encyclopedia. And we learn a lot from each other. We collaborate and we search. And I can say it for me. And I would like my brother to say it for himself also. I, as a member, as a devotee of the Ifa Orisha community, and what Ifa stands for, patience, humility, and respect. There are times that I may have been disrespectful, but I have grown. There are times that I may not have shown humility, but I have grown. There are times that I was impatient, but I have grown. I thank Orishanla, Epa Orisha Obatala.
Epa.
I thank Uron Milia for giving me the wisdom. I thank Olodomari. I thank Yeshu, divine
Yeshu.
messenger, the keeper of the crossroads. There is a balance in everything. There is good and there is bad. There is difference and indifference. And one thing I am not going to do is encourage wrongful habits and behaviors. If I speaks about that, the blind man who is walking, you don't take with the stick from him. And if I could speak about that, taking with the stick from a blind man, think until you call her, ask yourself this question tonight, and I want you to sleep with it. Whoever tried to do you, they ain't do you just so. Because people don't do people think just so. And whoever associating themselves in that, that is their problem. But we here on this program is on about truth, bringing awareness and getting rid of those stigmatization. Because if I am in the room and I see someone who's an Ifa or Orisha devotee and see them kind about themselves in a disorderly manner and conduct, I will call that brother or sister and I will greet them. And from the time they hear I greet them, they will know I need to back up. Because there are lots of us, walking up and down, pretending and saying that we belong to the community, but they are not. And I thank and I pray and ask the Lord Almighty to continue guiding us and blessing us.
Ashe.
And we continue to ask Lord Miller to give us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that when things like this happen, that our Ori may be cool for us to answer.
Ashe.
We ask Kabesi Shango for the justice.
Ashe.
Because look at this, what happened here just now. May we get the justice for things like these. May Mama Oya constantly blow that breeze, that wind of success upon us. May Baba Hussein grant us the herbs and the medicine needed during this time. People, we need to wake up. But are we going to the giveaways? Are we going to the giveaways? You know, are we going to the giveaways? Shaka, I would like you to just shake up that bag.
Bang, 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 bang.
So one of the first questions, I don't want to go by Shaka. Shaka does give hard questions. You know, I want to know what day we celebrated our 1 year anniversary this year on the Ifa Orisha Way of Life program. Or you could call me up on 3420081 7711791. That's my WhatsApp number. My next number is 4665391. You know, even if you can't call, the first person on the Street 919 FM Facebook page that can answer that question, I will give you. I want you open. Where's the first giveaway, Shaka? I have a lot of nice things I wish I could have called.
The first giveaway is 2 bottles of palm wine. 2 nice palm wine to put on your table for the Christmas.
That is from yes, Mama. You rated this program, you know. I cover. You know. Aborabo yabo shishekola.
Abaga Obia.
Folks, caller, I doing this long time. I accept your call, and I put on the queue. So wherever you say, you didn't say it on here. I alone here where you just say. And for you to say that I have your number, you are being very disrespectful. Yeah. You know, you are very disrespectful for what you just said. You understand? We announcers, we are trained people. We just don't come and sit down here. I accept your call. Shaka see when I press it. But I cue your call. I alone could hear you.
And this again shows the type of people we have in society. This is a big ageable person, so expect, you know.
This is a big man that
seeking mischief.
So
come on, man.
Hi. You know, if all I can figure out that date for the anniversary, just give me 4 out of the 16 tenants of IFA. Give me 4. Only just give me 4. So I know some of you guys going back to look, you know. And the next question is who was my first guest on the IFA Orisha Way of Life program? Anybody can call. Anybody. Oh my God. Come on, people. Be human. That's life. That's this marketplace. Balance. Balance.
We have to understand the paradigm we're living in right now.
You know, that's the balance.
There would be agents working for and against.
Yes.
So we have to be strong in everything that we do. Ashe.
Hi, good evening to you.
Good evening. Good evening to you, caller. This caller says smiling. So, caller.
Yeah.
You have an answer for me?
What is your question, please?
Your question, when was my anniversary? When was the anniversary for the program here?
The 29th of June.
Who is this? This Miss Angie St. Paul. Yes, Shaka. So Angie St. Paul just got 2 bottles of palm wine.
Congratulations, Angie.
Thank you, Shaka.
From Kamara's Culture Store.
Congratulations.
You know, Shaka.
Thank you.
Shaka, you could pull the next one there for me. Caller who was calling just now, you can call back.
This one is for
Abora boya boshishe caller.
Abora boya boshishe. I'm just guessing. Was it Olodare?
Wait, what was
the first guest?
No, that wasn't Olodari, but to you, Miss Bartaria, I will call your name. We will give you a fruit basket
from the Oshun Ogun vegetable mart that is located on the corner of Prince Reville and Umera Road, Arima.
Oh boy!
So you.
A vegetable basket?
A fruit basket.
A fruit basket with vegetables and nice provisions and stuff.
That is the most appropriate thing for me, man.
Yeah. You know, that is from the Oshun Ogun vegetable mart that is located on the corner of Prince Reville and Umera Road, Arima.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate this very, very much.
No problem here.
This was what I had to get. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, dog.
All right, Shaka. So, pull the next one then. I'm going to see what you have. I'm going to see where we get. Where you have, boy?
Ooh, this is a nice one.
Which one is that?
This is Nubian Experience. And they are offering 25% off on any purchase, I believe.
Yes.
25% off.
Yes.
Nubian Experience.
So just give me 2. Give me 1 of the tenants of IFA. Anstey Douglas, I love this. We must learn that OBI is simple prayers to the Father and Mother of Divinity. Understand? So can you guys, anyone call and give me either 1, 2 or 1 tenants? Out of the 16 tenants of IFA. Shaka, you find that too hard?
No, that's a beautiful question because every day we speak about certain things and we spoke about it tonight.
Yes. So the numbers to call 3420081, 3420081 and 7711791. That's my WhatsApp number. I want I would like to give Ifa Taishe Atinumu. I would like to give him I am going to look out for the viewers who always locked on to the show.
Yes.
Ifa Taishe Atinumu, I would like to also offer him two bottles of palm wine.
If I Taishe get truth, a night, brother.
I like to give him that, and my lady from Tobago, I don't know if she's on
Spice
Robert. She was on earlier on. There are some giveaways here. I would like to give I would like to give Yeye Omotayo from the Oshun Meiji shrine in Arima. I would like to give her the free blood analysis from Nicole Huggins Health and Wealth Lifestyle. I would like to
have a lady from Arima who does be on the live too every single week. That's Gibbs. Look, right there.
Sherry Ann Gibbs.
Yes. Bless she up nice.
Must see. Pull out something there. Where you pull out is where they go get. Yeah. Pull out something. You have Sherry Ann Gibbs.
Ooh, 2 palm wine.
Sherry Ann
Gibbs will get 2 palm wine.
2 palm wine from Kamara's Culture Store.
Good night, Sherry.
Let me search. Elizabeth Charles, St. Louis. Another.
Just taken.
Let me see where we game Elizabeth Charles.
Ooh. Elizabeth Charles would get a gift voucher from Omo Inu. Omo Inu All Things Woman. They are the sole distributor for Women's Haven Uni products in Trinidad and Tobago. And she would be getting a $300 gift voucher from Omo Inu. Omo Inu, you can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Thank you.
Yeah, can I speak to you off here a bit?
All right, no problem. Shaka.
All right, so we are also giving to our loyal listeners, in fact, on the Facebook, is that Anstead Douglas. Anstead Douglas? Yeah? Anstead Douglas. We can give her. Ooh. Anstead Douglas has won 2 palm wine. 2 palm wine. 2 bottles of palm wine.
would like to give the ear who was very Ifa Sola. I would like to. What's your pulling on there, Shaka?
Don't worry. Some of them you had give them earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, so I just taking them out.
Yes, caller.
I get cut off.
What is that?
I get cut off. I wanted to say something to you off air.
Go ahead, Alison.
You remember last week there was a lady, she was scolding and she said like her husband had 2 wives or something like that, and she was explaining when I said the man is the head of the house, that kind of thing. I don't know who she was, but she called in and she was explaining certain things last week. Hello? Hello?
Abo, si she caller.
Alafia.
She Alafia me.
Yeah. I called in to answer the question.
Yeah, let me hear the answer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person in the background. I listen to all y'all laughing again.
Yeah. But I was talking and me and Baba on TV, somebody else.
Ah, yeah, you know, yeah.
No, but somebody else talking on TV.
Good night. Good night,
we are, you know, yeah.
We are hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, the answer any question.
Yeah, we waiting.
Honesty, good character, patience. Only 3 hours, you know, Baba.
Yeah, what going on? What is your name? What is your name?
Baba, I watching you all the time, but I don't begin now. My name?
Yeah, what is your name?
Yeah. Heston.
Huh?
Heston Telephone.
Heston
Telephone.
Well, you just want yourself a bottle of Bois Bandit tonic.
What?
They get through nice.
A bottle of?
Babande.
Huh? What you said?
He say he love Babande. Ah, yeah. So how much more we are there, Shaka?
We have 2 more.
No.
You go ahead. I control the back here. That's okay.
Yeah. Ifa Sola. I wanna give her Shaka, you open anything and then so you gotta open one. You gotta open one, Shaka. You people now.
It have nice nuts, coconut water.
Yes, so I kiss a coconut water from Nice Nuts.
Nice.
Yeah. So it have 2 other prizes there. And there are 2 more?
Yep.
Right. Shaka, you gotta open one, Shaka, not 2. 1.
So we have. Ooh.
That's not.
That's nice.
Yeah. So the next person to call in, trust me, the last 2 giveaways are very, 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 very nice. So the next 2 persons to just call, you will receive that prize. Aborawo ya aboshishe.
Good night, Chester. What is the question?
Now, Chester, you not no question to answer. You just tell him what you want. Just tell him what you want. No, tell him what you want. No.
Chester for calling tonight. You have won a Empress Judy foot detox.
That's from Empress Judy Nature's touch massage therapy. A foot detox.
So Chester, you get through a nice foot detox for the season. They get through nice.
Yes, so that was Chester. That was Chester, so
we have one more.
pleasant good night. Ifa Taishe Atinomu is calling.
Good night, Ifa Taishe.
I'm not getting. Keeps calling. I have 10 minutes to go, Shaka.
Yeah.
Aborabo Yabo Shishe.
Boato, as we were for.
Good night, brother.
My brother, this is the last show. It didn't have to do anything. I ain't called to do anything with questions and winning anything. But as it's the last show for the year, and with what was going on with the callers, I just want to share something. In a joke, if I says, or to, or ro, or toto la kole, or toto la benwe, or bota pico ile, kuto eita fi benwe, adifa for rimula, nichoti achoku mereko manle, lutu ife, ibaba le wati wo lo, ebo ni wani kiwa se, obebo orubo, ewaba nini wo wore, ifa sen, or to, or ro. Separately do we build our homes? Separately do we live in those homes? The knowledge with which we use to build those homes is not as much as what we will use to live in those homes. This was the declaration of Ifa to Oromila when 4 Achaguns invaded the city of Ileife. He tried to evacuate them without success. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. Now join us in the midst of abundant Iwe. The house that you all are building and the house that you all are living in, which is the Ifa Orisha way of life, there would be Ajaguns that will come against you. Maybe even number more than 4. But once you all continue to follow the advice of Ifa, you will continue to be blessed. The show will continue to go from strength to strength. And all area and Ashe, from your Ori, your predestined destinies, your ancestors, Uludumare will continue to shower you all for many, many more years to come. Oromila didn't always have it right, and so there will be times where you too will not always have it right, but once we heed the advice of Ifa and Ashe, all Irian Ashe would belong to you all. Ashe?
Beni, Ashe.
Adupoyo.
So to you, caller, Ifa Taishe Atinomu, you have just now won yourself 2 bottles of body butter by Petty by Risi. Right?
Brothers.
You get through.
You get through.
Give it to the next caller. Give it to the next caller.
All right, no problem.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Appreciate the call.
All right, so if I Taishe, he had won 2 bottles of palm wine, so we look for someone else. I will give those bottle of palm wine to Lisha Sylvan.
Ashe. Congratulations, Lisha Sylvan.
Yes. Also, Atiba Swamba.
Yeah, man. Elder from Deep South.
From Tableland. He also will get 2 bottles of palm wine. All sponsored by Kamara's Culture Store.
Ashe.
So Shaka, we have 4 minutes to go. Anything in closing?
As we close this chapter of the Gregorian calendar of 2021, and we have seen a lot of changes in the world, a lot of changes even in our domestic and community spaces, and even in the national and international scheme of things. Let us hold fast to the words of Ifa. Let us hold fast to what is right. Because there are many evils in the world, let us not be counted amongst them. Let us hold on to what is true and what is right. We have lost many soldiers in the battlefield, and everyone has their appointed time to leave this physical world. Ifa asks us, tells us in Ogbe Irete, that we must leave this world in a better state than we met it. We must leave our legacy intact. And when we leave our legacy intact, we are leaving our footprint on this world in good standing. Let us not perpetuate evil to our brothers and sisters. Let us not see ourselves bigger than our comrades, bigger than the people around us. Orisha tells us that none of us are better than anyone. We are just different. Let us embrace our differences. Let us find our destiny, live our destiny, and let us fulfill our destiny. See you all in 2022 in good standing. And may we have a testimony of blessings that would take place within this time until next year. See you all next year. Ashe.
So I just want to start by saying this. Awaru soro ilewaru. Awaru soro ilewaru. Awaru soro ilewaru. Awaru soro ilewaru. Esenkankupwe. Oh yeah, esenkankupwe kawama soro awaru soro ilewaru awaru soro ilewaru awaru soro ilewaru imale kopwe kawama soro. We shall fulfill our traditional rights. We shall fulfill our traditional rights. We shall fulfill our traditional rights. No ism, no schism, no this, no that, nothing would stop us from fulfilling our traditional rights. We are supported by our ancestors. Many.
We are supported by our Ori.
Many.
We are supported by Olodumare. Let us fulfill our traditional rights, because that would be there until our eventual passing that we leave for those behind us to follow. We shall fulfill our traditional rights. Ashe.
So, as we leave you guys, may you all have a blessed, safe, and productive season and a welcoming new year. Let us have a new year with a difference.
Ashe.
And I'm going to leave you with this song, Ancient Rhythm.
When my spirit is feeling low, it's
So see you guys on the second Monday in January. That's 2022. This is what defines us. This is what makes us. Our destiny, our legacy. It was lost. Now it is returned. May our community live long. May our tradition live long. May we continue to venerate our ancestors. On behalf of my family and King Shaka family, we say season's greetings to you, and may you have a blessed one.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world.